Hello, all. This is Small StarCraft 2 with some more Not Lost Kingdoms content. My hair is looking crazy because I showered last night and then I slept on it, so it looks lovely. I also don't look very awake. But hopefully, we're going to have some StarCraft content soon. I keep saying Lost Kingdoms. Lost Kingdoms hasn't had a lot of games played recently. It's kind of sad, but that's all we could ever hope to do, was extend its life a little bit further. Like, because the StarCraft 2 is dying, and there's still a lot of games that are super popular. And by dying, I mean a long, slow process. Because if you look at Brood War is still alive and kicking. And that's how I anticipate StarCraft 2 is going to be until they shut down the servers or something. It's going to be 15 years at least. But I do think it's very slowly dying. What's interesting, I'm kind of getting distracted here. What's interesting is with people claim that Lost Kingdoms, it's the RTS's fault, like the RTS genre. They say people don't want to play hardy RTS games that take a lot of skill. However, if you look at Age of Empires 2, people are still playing that. But people didn't want to play Age of Empires 3 or 4. And Age of Empires 2, you have to do a lot of micro, I've seen, like with the trebuchets or whatever, and like dodging. I guess they're kind of like disruptors. I guess they are kind of like disruptors. But you can't claim that people don't want to play these hard RTS games when you have these huge Age of Empires 2 tournaments. I don't know, it's just something to ponder. It's because Age of Empires 2 must be about as old or even older than StarCraft. So you can't blame people for not wanting to play StarCraft 2 because there are other RTS games that are doing well. I don't know who to blame. I don't know if it's like David Kim or the Balance Team or Life. I think, or all of those. I think it's possible that Life was the big not map hacker. He would throw games for money, and it was a huge scandal or something. I think it's possible it could be all of those, but clearly still people want to play RTS. In any case, we are... Oop, I need to turn you guys around. We are making a chicken quesadilla today. I haven't pulled out all the ingredients. We're gonna try to make a sauce. I've air fried and I've pre-shredded this chicken. I was going to pull out the camera to show you guys what spices we're getting, and I accidentally clicked the home button, and so it stopped recording. And so I've restarted recording. But so yeah, I air fried the chicken, 11 minutes on both sides. You may have to, after the second flip, I air fry it from frozen solid. So after the first flip, you may want to tear it open a little bit, just so it actually gets into the center. Because otherwise, it may not be fully cooked in the center. So that's just a heads up. You can just tear it apart with forks. Okay, I've got a chair because I'm short. We found a recipe on the interweb. We have sugar and paprika out. We need cayenne pepper, garlic powder, and salt. Whoa, look at that. It's salt. And I may add a little bit of red pepper flakes. I think cayenne pepper is just normal pepper. Did it say garlic salt or garlic powder? Did not say garlic salt. Granulated garlic. I don't know if this is garlic powder, but we're going to use it. Cayenne pepper. I swear, that's just normal pepper. I think that's just normal pepper. Okay, and then we're going to pull out... I am not a big cayenne pepper. I'm not convinced that's... I don't know. I have no idea. Garlic, salt, minced garlic, minced onion, ground cinnamon. I'm looking for red pepper flakes, chili powder, rosemary, more dark chili powder this time. This looks like cumin. It is cumin. Did I not grab cumin? I didn't. Okay. Come on, red pepper flakes. Seasoned salt. alum, great for canker sores. Chives, cinnamon. Cinnamon, I'm allergic to cinnamon. Crushed red pepper, and brown sugar bourbon, way there in the back. Okay, let's make sure there's not a already open thing of crushed red pepper. Ground cayenne red pepper. Okay. Get back up there, you. Majoran. Tarragon. I have no idea what tarragon is. Paprika. Does that call for paprika? It does. Did we grab paprika? We did. Okay. Garlic salt. We have two things with garlic salt for some reason. All right. We have our ingredients. I'm thirsty. Maybe I'll get some milk. Let's stick you guys back in the phone holster. And let's figure out what we're doing. Okay, this I'm not super impressed by this holster. Because you keep having to adjust it. I don't know. A quarter cup of mayo. I'm not sure this is enough mayo. Oh, it probably is. We have more mayo in the fridge? In the pantry. We're going to dump it in here. So we get roughly a quarter cup. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we are finding out. I'm getting mayo all over my hands. Actually, we're probably just going to use all this mayo. Yeah. There's mayo going everywhere. Definitely going to have to wash my hands. All right, that is plenty of mayo, and we've emptied. We're going to have to clean that and my hand. We're going to have to, what was it? Oh yeah, we're going to have to empty out that measuring spoon somehow. I shredded a lot of chicken. That's a lot of chicken there. But whatever we don't use, we can stick it on a tortilla with like Chick-fil-A sauce for later or something. I don't know. There's stuff we can do with it. I doubt we're gonna, because that's like 2 or 3 whole chicken breasts. I doubt we're gonna use all of it today. Okay. Also, our bowl. Somebody used my bowl, so I don't have a bowl now. So we're using a plate to mix up the sauces. That's gonna be interesting. It's like I'm doing this with like a very slight delay, because I'm watching through to do this. I'm watching through the phone camera, so it's weird. Because the phone is right in the way of everything. I have to like crane my head up. Okay, what's next on there? 2 1/3 teaspoons of sugar. For reference, this is a tablespoon, but 3 teaspoons are in a tablespoon. The more you know. All right. So we're gonna get. It said 2/3 of a teaspoon, so a little bit less than 1/3 of this. Let's look at this. That's a little bit high, I think. Oop! Dang it. Okay. Don't worry about it. It's a little bit too much. And it's probably fine if we're not perfect. That's probably about fine. All right. We have our sugar. Next up, half a tea. Okay, I really should just get a teaspoon. Let me rinse this off. I really should just get a teaspoon measure. I don't know why I grabbed a tablespoon. This looks either close or 1 TBS. That's a tablespoon. That doesn't even look like a tablespoon. What is this? Half a tablespoon. What in the booty? 1/4 of a teaspoon. Where are our measuring instruments? That's okay. Where are our measuring instruments? Bear with me. Here's one. 1 teaspoon. Yay. Okay. What's next? Half a teaspoon of cumin. Let me smell this. It's an interesting odor. Half a teaspoon. That's like a tablespoon. A little bit less. I don't know where our half teaspoon measures are. That's probably fine. All right. Half a teaspoon of paprika. I like the sound of the word paprika. It sounds satisfying. Paprika. Dang it, it's wet now. Okay, that's more than we need. All right. This idea is brought to you. Okay, I guess we're gonna figure this out. This whole thing is brought to you basically courtesy of Neuro. So I don't know how much paprika to use. It doesn't help that I can't scoop in there. I think we have another paprika up there, but I may as well use this one. Okay, cumin, paprika. What's next? 1/8 of a okay, where's the quarter teaspoon measure? That's a tablespoon. Half a teaspoon. A quarter of a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon. All right, so we're gonna use the quarter teaspoon, and we need to get half of this of pepper. These are crazy measurements. Okay. So we need, I'm hoping cayenne pepper is just normal pepper. 1/8 of a teaspoon of this, and then 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Oh, okay, we dumped all of it out because the portions we're working with are minuscule. That's probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon. Okay. 1/8 of a teaspoon of. We're just gonna use the granulated garlic. That's what I bought on the interweb because I was doing groceries for the family, and that was I got complaints about grocery spending. So this is the cheapest one. I don't know why they're complaining about this. Like, it's dirt cheap. I buy mostly great value stuff, and they still complain. A little bit of garlic. Well, one of them complains. A little bit of garlic, granulated garlic. Drop the towel. Lovely. Okay, what's next? And a dash of salt. What is a dash? Nobody has any idea. Beats me. Let's stir this up. And let's put away this. Oh, I forgot we wanted to add cayenne pepper. I don't know how much to add. Maybe that's enough. Maybe it's not. Who knows? We'll find out when we eat the quesadilla. Yeah, like, I'm doing this through the phone. So there's just input delay on all of my actions. It would be helpful to have a bowl right now. This is so weird. I can't tell visually too. It's difficult to tell visually how close that was to the rim. All right, I think that's stirred enough appropriately. Let's get I think we're gonna cook the quesadillas in the air fryer. So as to be healthy and not lose oil, to healthy and not use oil. So we diet friendly because I'm trying to lose weight. Unfortunately, on the weight loss aspect, we're gonna dump a whole ton of cheese on this. So I don't know how much we're actually gaining here, but all right, let's grab our cheese. Cheese. We don't have, I think I wanted Colby Jack, and we don't have Colby Jack. So we're using shredded cheddar. Sharp cheddar. Another thing is, I don't know how we're going to get the tortillas to maintain their integrity. Could not tell you, but we're going to find out. I think the air fryer needs to be rinsed out. So, yeah. I'm going to pause it while I wash this dish. Whoa! And just like that, magic! The air fryer is clean. Or, more accurately, clean enough. I think it would, like, it probably looked a little bit gross. If I was not recording, I probably would have just used it without cleaning it if I wasn't recording. I think it was fine. I think you can use an air fryer a couple of times. If it starts to smell, or has any smell at all, like any bad smell at all, I would wash it. But I think it was fine. Okay. Now we have to assemble our quesadillas, which I kind of want to assemble in the air fryer. I'm not entirely sure how we want to do this. We have like these fajita tortillas, because these are also the cheapest tortillas I can find. Because of, again, did you guys see the tortillas? Maybe, who knows. But again, complainers, so these aren't going to be huge, which is good for me, because I'm fat. Well, probably not, but I would like to lose 10 pounds. Okay, we should probably spread the sauce on them first. Okay. No clue what I'm doing. I also have no idea how long they should be in the air fryer. But it's a journey we're going on. The amount of sauce I have is about perfect, too. Like, it's just enough for 2 quesadillas. I would not make any more sauce. This is perfect. A little bit on that one, and then the rest will go on the other one. I'm wondering if this is too much sauce. I think it is too much sauce. I don't think it's perfect. I think I added too much. So we can dial back how much sauce. Oh my word, this is so much sauce. I think I'm gonna throw some of this away. We can dial back the sauce recipe next time. Yeah, I'm gonna. They were probably planning for larger tortillas, but these are like 6-inch tortillas, so. Not the perfect amount of sauce. But that's okay. We're learning. Alright, that looks better. Now we only have room for 1 quesadilla. Alright, let's move that over to the corner. Cheese. We only do one side. I worked at Taco Bell for a while. A couple of years when I didn't have the job I have currently. Alright, that looks appropriate. Maybe a lot of cheese. We'll find out. We're going to add some chicken. We're going to have to fold this thing over somehow. I also can't see anything because the phone's in the way. So maybe we're going to add too much chicken. Yeah, there's no way we're going to use all this chicken. Not a chance. No clue what I'm doing. Oh, this is not going to be good. Okay, let's pivot. Let me get a tray. Let's get all this out on a tray. Nice. I'm not going to do the jump cut, though, like he did. But I could, because I can just hit pause on my phone. That was a quote from Steve, I think his name is. He does MRE review videos. Let's see if we have any clean pans. This one looks clean. All right. Broil? I don't know. We're going to put it on broil and find out. We could make a third quesadilla, actually, because we have extra sauce now. I may make a third quesadilla. Okay, we have to rescue this quesadilla. Okay, maybe I need a bigger pan. I don't want to talk about it. Ah! We're not using this currently. We may as well make a third quesadilla because we've got the pan space. We're making lots of dishes for us to wash. Because we've got the pan space and we've got the sauce. So we may as well make a third. Okay, so let's assemble them. Maybe we'll just eat them like tacos. Because I overfilled... Oh, I don't know. Because I overfilled that one. Like, way overfilled. I'm wondering if the chicken should go on first. Because... I can still make that one into a quesadilla, but I think I'm going to put the chicken on first. We have to make that into a quesadilla now if we're going to have the space. Ack. Okay. This is going to work. Okay. Let's try chicken first. I'm tired. I don't know why I'm so tired. I woke up without my alarm, which I was kind of anticipating to wake up without my alarm. But if I wake up without an alarm, I should do the other chicken first. If I wake up without an alarm, I shouldn't wake up tired because I slept as long as my body wanted to sleep. So I don't understand that. That didn't make sense. Okay. Still a little bit extra sauce on this one. We probably could have made 4. We're working with it. This one has more sauce than these two. I'm tired for some reason, and I don't know why. Because I slept as long as my body wanted to. Maybe I just need some water. That's probably it. I haven't drank anything today. Okay. That looks like an appropriate amount of chicken. This doesn't look like enough chicken to do anything with, though. So we're going to add more chicken. I'll probably, like, snack on the bits in the corner. I'm definitely not going to eat all of this in one sitting. This is a huge meal. This is a huge meal. I misjudged this may not work as quesadillas. Again, for the second time, because I misjudged the amount of chicken. I didn't want to have any chicken left over. Although I could have. I misjudged the amount of chicken that should go on the tortillas. Because they may struggle to fold now. Oh, good gracious. Heavens to Betsy. Oh, my word. Okay. I don't think these are going to fold, guys. I don't think these would fold if I was using 10-inch tortillas. So we're going to have this quesadilla and then these two monstrosities. Alright, I say we put them in the broiler. I have no idea. These aren't going to fold, right? Yeah, these aren't folding. Alright, we're going to put them in the broiler. I'm going to pause the video. Maybe I'll do a little bit of cleaning while I wait, and then you guys will see what it looks like afterward. Okay, before you see the quesadillas, I forgot how fast the broiler works, unfortunately. So I rinsed out a couple of dishes, and then I smelled something. Reveal. Not terrible. A little bit overdone. Still a quesadilla. Definitely edible. Yeah, definitely edible. Not overdone. Very, very close to being overdone, though. Because I forgot how fast the broiler works. As usual. You know, you put a piece of toast in there with some butter on it, and then you look away for 5 seconds, and you come back, and it's burnt to a crisp because it's hot. But here's our finished product. Curious how it's going to taste. These, we may just eat the one today, or one of these, I'm not sure. Because I am not this hungry. Maybe I can separate this into 2 or 3 meals, but I'm not this hungry. I'm gonna get a glass of chocolate milk. Darn right I am. So this is our finished product. If you showed up, thank you for watching. Again, I hope to... what is it? I hope to have some StarCraft 2 content at some point in time soon. Because I'm getting better. I'm definitely not to the point of micro where I used to be able to micro. But I'm playing some Kerrigan Survival. I'm getting reasonably good at putting out structures. Because, in Kerrigan Survival... Here, let me take off the camera. Reverse. Okay. Because, in Kerrigan Survival, you gotta, put your structures in these tiny little wall-off locations. So I'm getting good at that. Technician. I should play Spirit, but I hate pylons. I've been playing some Technician lately. I recovered all of my credits. So that's a huge boost. It's like 6,000 credits. So I was able to buy the classes I wanted to buy. Siljerk, Team Nova, Technician, Nomad. I haven't played any Nomad games yet. Who else? Don't rightly recall. But, we're starting on that. It's possible that we keep trying. Like we go back to League of Legends. You guys haven't seen any League of Legends videos. But we go back to League of Legends and the Lord of the Rings games. But our micro right now currently isn't quite there. I look like I just woke up. My eyes are all red. We're currently not quite at that level of micro. My eyes, dang. But we're getting there. So, content soon, hopefully. But for the time being, you should make this yourself. It's probably super healthy. It's like mayonnaise and some spices and chicken and cheese and tortillas. Oops, sorry. Would recommend. If you show this is small StarCraft 2 with not StarCraft 2 content. Heck yeah.